Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. On the phone line right now from the legendary Roots crew, we have Questlove. What's up, brother?
Questlove.
What's up?
We haven't done a radio phoner in so long.
You guys broadcasting from?
Right
Everybody's
now I'm
at
in my
home.
office. Charlamagne's in his basement, and Yee's at the crib.
Yo, this might be the new, even when this is over, I'm speaking out positivity. When this will be over, this might be our new reality.
Yeah.
I hope not, dog.
I can't believe that virtual DJing has done more for my life than actual DJing,
Really, Quest?
Oh, dude, this is the. I mean, we were there in the first place. We just didn't want to admit it because I mean, even when you go to concerts and go to events, like, what's the main common denominator of each of these events? Everyone's still on their phones.
Yeah, looking through their phones. Yeah.
And so, what I've learned early, like once I saw D Nice sort of pave the way, I realized, like, you got to get there early before, carve out your ground ahead of time. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be the new normal. Even when this epidemic is over, this will still be the new normal.
Do you think it's the art of DJing or the music that has the healing powers, or is it a combination of both? What do you think?
For me, I'm learning it's the music, because the thing is that I'm a cat with really, not without sounding pretentious, like a more of a wider palette. So I'm more eccentric in my DJing. Like, even when I was DJing in the normal sense of the word, like, I would take risks. Like, I'm the guy that will try and figure out, like, how to sneak in a Kermit the Frog song with Lil Yachty. You know what I'm saying? When I'm DJing in the first place. Now I'm just slowly realizing the power that I have now that I'm doing more experiments than ever, now that I have a captive audience that really doesn't have
Nothing to
much
do.
options left.
Right.
Yeah, and so it's actually working out nice to my advantage. So,
Are you at home, Questlove?
Technically, I am. I know it sounds funny. I'm sort of upstate. I have a friend who owns like a chicken farm, a farm with chickens on it. So
That don't sound funny. My brother got a chicken farm. My man Wax, he got a chicken farm.
That sounds smart. You ain't got to leave the house.
When I'm yelling Happy New Year at the top of the year, like, the last thing I expected was to spend the first few days of spring making friends with a bunch of chickens now. But,
They might be your safest friends right now.
This has to be different for you, though, because as busy as you are doing all the things you've been doing, performances, tours, the Late Show, all of that, the Tonight Show, this has to be really different for you to actually be sitting still.
You know what's weird? Technically, this is much needed rest I've been dying for, but on the other hand, it's like I've been busier than ever. Like, I still have a movie to edit. I still have a book to write. And, with DJing, I'm, like, raising a whole bunch of money. Like, corporations and whatnot are hiring me. I'm using my services so I can raise money for the New York Food Bank, so that these kids that I sponsor can still have their meals, because a lot of our kids in the city, they depend on elementary school and middle school meals to feed and sustain them. So if anything, this is like the most rest I've ever gotten in my adult life, but also this is the most busiest I've ever been. Like, I never felt overwhelmed with the 9 jobs when I was in that cycle, but now add in, like, this is too much for me. Like, my day already is, like, completely full. So it's not like I'm sitting at home bored. Like, if
At
anything, I think this is the time that people need to explore their creativity and really just be open to finding other things to preoccupy them. Like
Right.
the result of this, I feel like in 10 to 15 years, the same way like the last problem that we had with the economic fallout 2008 spawned all those businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like there should be no reason by like 2030 while like the most creative things we've ever known will be sprouted because of what we're doing right now.
Right.
I agree with you. You know what though, Quest?
People
They have to get over their anxiety and their fear. And I think once they get over that and they start leaning into the uncertainty of it all, they'll start to find solutions in this problem. And that's when they'll get to the creativity, I think.
Dude, I mean that's what my last book was about. Like I told the main point of my last book was
Creative
boredom
Quest.
is your best friend. Oh, Creative Quest, yeah. My last book, and people used to laugh, and I said, no, like boredom is your best friend. Like the most creative people in the world were bored first. Like Chris Rock would say that bullying is the best thing for creative, but I think that boredom is. And right now, a lot of people are bored, and this is the time that kings are going to be made. So I'm
I hate
for the future.
Yeah, I hate when people say an idle mind is the devil's playground. Why I got to be the devil's playground? Why it can't be God's playground? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you lean into something positive and you lean into the creativity and the talent that he's blessed us all with, why can't the idle mind be God's playground?
You know, a lot of times people could be during moments of stillness. I mean, people could self-sabotage a good thing. I mean, that's still a reality of it, but that's a whole nother psychological mind state.
I wanted to ask you about your last book, Creative Quest. When's the last time that you felt like you were paralyzed by something because it struck a chord in you so much? Like you said, Dr. Dre's The Chronic, J Dilla, but when's the last time you felt that paralysis?
Actually, when J Dilla died, I traditionally stopped making beats, if you will. Like, I mean, I knew how to create music, and I still produced like for the Roots, and I would do like an occasional, you know, a record for like an idol of mine. But when Dilla died, like I stopped making production altogether. So the very first thing that I did during this whole stay-at-home punishment crap that we're on right now is I taught myself how to use, you know, programs on my computer. So, you know, every day I've been practicing for 2 hours just making beats. So who knows? Maybe I can jump into that Timberland Swiss Beats battle.
Have you seen the
Have you
battles?
been have you been enjoying those quests?
Yeah, what did you think of those battles? The Swiss, Timberland, Hit
it's
Boy,
weird.
Boy Wonder.
The battle with the Dream that to me was more entertaining. But yeah,
Right.
I'm enjoying from afar. You know.
Would you jump into the battle? There's a lot of drummers out there, I'm sure, that think they could take you out, Quest.
For me, I don't participate in nothing unless I really get my 10,000 hours in. You know, that rule 10,000 hours equals genius. I still got more practicing to do, but no, I'm down for anything. I don't have any fear when it comes to creativity, even failure. Like if I fail at something, I'll take a L, but I'm gonna learn from it.
Who do you want to see in the battle? Who would be your dream battle? Because I saw yesterday people were saying Kanye West and Quincy Jones. I think that's a little bit disrespectful. I just think Quincy Jones is on.
Come on now.
Exactly. I think Quincy's on a whole nother level. Like you shouldn't even. There should be no challenges to Quincy. But who would you like to see?
We live in a society where people are dying to troll people. So I don't know. I mean, I pray that Kanye West is. I mean, he's silent. We're not hearing from him. So besides being a family man and a father, I mean, hopefully he's still fine-tuning his skills. Still, you know, I pray that's what he's doing with this time. So
who would you want to see Dr. Dre battle?
I would actually, you know what? I would actually like to see. I would like to see Pharrell. I'm trying to figure out like who do I equate Pharrell to? I feel like Tyler the Creator is going to be the new Pharrell, so I'd like to see those two like in their creative mode because Pharrell's a cat that, besides J Dilla and maybe Primo, Pharrell's the only cat that I know that actually treats his creativity like it's a job. Like Pharrell gets up at 6 a.m. and is already working at 7 a.m. Most musicians like that work at night thing, but Pharrell, like, he's one of the cats that like will be up at 7 a.m. already working. So
Right.
I mean, I admire that.
And you know, another hustle that you got, Questlove, that business is booming right now, the podcast business.
Oh yeah. Somehow, you know, I got lucky using my nerdum for Questlove Supreme on iHeartRadio, which, you know, is more of like, I guess you could say like my version of in the actor's studio, where I just get to nerd out and examine people's creativity. Like for me, it's more about the engine of the car than about the actual destination. So, you know, I'm less about got you questions or anything about that. And I want to know like how many takes it took you to do this particular song or that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean,
That's
on
right.
iHeartRadio,
Okay.
I got Questlove Supreme.
Have you seen
You
Joe
leave the
Exotic
gotcha
by any
questions
chance?
to me.
Nah, actually, it's weird. We had Johnny Gill on a few episodes ago, and I was trying to be diplomatic, but like he brought some smoke to Brian McKnight. Like the last thing I expected.
What?
You started a beef.
R&B beef. So,
My goodness. Well, we appreciate you for checking in, Quest.
Yes, and
man,
I
I
saw Stevie
appreciate
Wonder
y'all.
checked in with you, so that was amazing when you were doing that Stevie Wonder
Dude,
set that you did.
I'm still flabbergasted that like the fact that he was even tuning in. I mean, that's amazing to me. That's the fact that people are tuning in. I'm telling you, this is the new reality. I know that it's hard to fathom. So we got to make good of it. But the fact that Stevie Wonder called during my DJ set, it was the best thing that ever happened.
I'm waiting for Stevie to troll everybody on Instagram when you and D Nice are on and just post. I see you, Questlove. I see you, D Nice. IG Live will lose it.
Conspiracy theory that Stevie Wonder could really see.
Nah, I think he's blind. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's physically blind, but I think he sees better than the rest of us.
You know what? One time I had a conversation with him when he was on our show, The Tonight Show, and someone had brought in like these two scalding hot Starbucks teas and put them on the table. And the way he was navigating it, like the teas were like on the corner of the table, and at one point I thought they were going to fall over. And I went to like reach out. He's like, I got it.
Whoa.
How did you know?
He could feel it.
Exactly. Like he was like, I got it. I know what I'm doing.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, he is another set of senses that we ain't even dealing with right now. So
when is the night show coming back? Or or when y'all going back?
I mean, we're actively doing stuff at home. I think either today or tomorrow we're going to interview the Beastie Boys
Joe Biden.
for their new movie that they have on Apple, but their documentary. But no, it's almost business as usual. We're just trying to figure out like how to incorporate the roots back into it with music.
We need that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you for checking
I
in,
heard you
Quest.
say you was editing a movie.
Yeah, I'm doing a film called Black Woodstock, which is essentially about this concert that happened 3 weeks before Woodstock with Stevie Wonder and like 40 other powerhouse acts that no one ever knew about. But
Yeah,
all this
doesn't get
footage
much light.
sit in the basement.
Got
So
you.
I'm directing that film right now.
All right. Well, thank you for checking in, Quest, and we appreciate your DJ sets. People don't know how hard it is to DJ that long and really in front of no active crowd, but we appreciate you
for
what
6
you do, bro.
hours, but yeah, I enjoy it. Thank you. I appreciate y'all service. Thank you, man. Stay safe for all of y'all. Stay safe.
Peace, Quest.
All right. Questlove.
All right.
All right. It's the
I'll see you
Breakfast
later.
Club. Good morning.